Okay, hi guys. This is the correction for the sentence from the first week. Now I'm going to go through this, explain all the reasons why these are corrected. Okay, so we start here at the beginning. The first thing we need is that this is a new paragraph, so it needs to be indented. What that means on the computer is hitting tab, which I just did. Obviously, the beginning of the sentence needs to be capitalized. And it's a name, so Lysander should be capitalized. So the sentence goes, Lysander politely argues that he was the equal of Demetrius, and that in fact Demetrius had wooed another fair maiden, Helena. Lysander continued to explain that Demetrius, after winning Helena, had jilted her like a complete jerk and then pursued Hermia. He abandoned poor Helena to her unrequited love. That means unreturned love. Okay. So, a lot of times when we get to things like commas, if you read it out loud, you can hear where the commas go, because commas just mean a pause in the sentence for some reason or another. Okay, so the first part is Lysander is capitalized. So, Lysander politely argued, not argues. This is past tense, because this happened in a story. So, Lysander politely argued that he was the equal of Demetrius, capitalized Demetrius, and that, in fact, Demetrius first had wooed another fair maiden, Helena. Did you hear any of those pauses? So those are where we're going to put the commas. So there's a comma after that and after in fact. Because what that is there, the word phrase in fact, it is an interrupter. It interrupts the sentence to make it sound good, basically. Or sometimes there are interrupters to explain who somebody is. Now this one just is put in there to make this sentence sound a certain way. But whenever you have an interrupter, that means it interrupts the sentence. So if we took this out, the in fact, it would still make sense. Lysander politely argued that he was the equal of Demetrius, and that Demetrius had wooed another fair maiden, Helena. So if we took that out completely, it would still make sense, which is why, when we have an interrupter there, we need a comma before and after the interrupter. Going on. Demetrius, of course, is capitalized. It's a name. Wooed means romance, basically. Had wooed another fair maiden. There's a comma there, because we stopped the sentence to explain who the fair maiden was. The name of the girl is Helena. So if this was in the middle of the sentence, there would be a comma before and after it, because it's an interrupter as well. Lysander continued to explain that Demetrius, capitalized of course, and there was actually an automatic pause there. I didn't try to pause there. I just paused there because it was the logical place to pause the sentence, which means there should be a comma there. Lysander continued to explain that Demetrius, comma, after winning Helena, capitalized, natural pause, again, so there's a comma, had jilted, that means broke up, had jilted her like a complete jerk, and then. It's not than. It's then. It's the wrong word. When then and than are often confused, then is an adverb, and than, than, is a conjunction used to compare. We're we're not comparing. It's a time thing. So he then, complete jerk, and then pursued Hermia, capitalized. And then what we have here actually is a new sentence. What happens when we have a new sentence? We could possibly put those together, but the sentence is already long. And it's kind of a new subject. Or new topic, new idea. Whenever we have one of those, we need to put a period and start a new sentence. Okay? So a lot of times when they're in the middle of the sentence, when we have a he as the start of a sentence, sometimes we have to see if it makes sense, if we know who he is. in this case, we do know who he is. It's Demetrius is the he. He abandoned poor Helena, capitalize Helena, to her unrequited, that means unreturned love. There's a period at the end, and that is the end of this. Bye.